Hi guys, I'm back. Today is once again a leg day. But I'm gonna be honest, and today was a day that I didn't feel that I wanted to exercise that much. I had to deal with some personal things, and the time when I was at gym, my girlfriend was there as well, so we ended up speaking quite a bit. So I thought, you know what? If I'm not going to do any other exercises today, or if I really don't feel like exercising and I would rather want to speak to her and share what has been going on, I might as well just stay on this turf area where I'm doing my warm ups and where I'm also doing my pistol squats. So, for example, when I'm doing this exercise or this warm up, I do feel some restriction within my knee itself. Nothing with the extended leg, but the knee that is, or the leg that is bent, where my knee is touching the mat. I'm feeling a lot of restriction when doing this exercise. And the other day, I did see a video of where the foot that is extended, or that leg, should be in line with the back foot of the one where my knee is touching the mat. So basically, I'm doing this entire thing wrong all the time. And I'm going to try and do it at home as well and see if I can do it a bit better. Because I don't want to do things that I know is good for hip activation and loosening up the hips and so on. But if I'm doing it wrong, then what is the point doing it in the first place? It's it there's really no benefit if you do continuous practice of something but you do it wrong, and therefore you're not really getting any better. So yeah, it's just not something that I want to continue doing if I continue doing things really bad. So even with this, I was told that it's a good exercise, but I actually don't feel that it's that great. I can come back with my opinion on it once it is fixed and I can do it properly. But at the moment, I just don't feel that this is helping with anything really. So as I mentioned today, I was really not in the best mood to do different types of exercises for legs. And my big mistake here was that I didn't do all the proper warm-ups that I should have been doing. And the best thing for me would have been to not worry about exercise, but maybe just doing more flexibility drills and stretching and something like that. That would have been more than enough. However, I still tried to do some exercises, but it was really a terrible day due to not performing the proper warm-up techniques and it just being a poor performance from my side. So I want to say to everyone that's listening right now and watching, we'll have days like this where it's not our best day, and we do want to exercise and we do want to do well. However, we will have times when it is going to be a waste of time, I would say. And unfortunately, this might happen more than what we think would, because life happens, and because of that, other things also matter, and your exercise isn't always the most important thing for you that day. So for me, I thought at this time, and I'm being so distracted from my exercise, that just doing this warm-up technique would be sufficient enough for me to then follow with pistol squats. And you will see from the videos that follow how horrendous they were. So I would actually want to use this video more as a lesson than anything else, because I've been saying this to myself and I'm gonna keep saying it, but practice doesn't make perfect. Here I'm practicing, but with the wrong techniques, even though I know it would not have been proper. But after reflecting on it, I can feel that it was not the best for me. However, if I just continued warming up, everything else would have followed much, much better. But the thing is, perfect practice makes perfect, not just practicing something. And I would say this was a little bit difficult for me, as I couldn't get the power through my knee that much. It felt really, really heavy, and I don't know if anyone has experienced this before, but sometimes you would push, and especially through the joint where the power is transitioning, because you have the anchor point on the floor, and then of course it has to go through your entire leg. But for me, with my right leg, it just constantly feels that there's not enough power, or there's not enough transfer of power that moves from my foot all the way through to my knee. And when doing it, look, I can't even keep my balance, I can't stay engaged, and I'm trying to do it better, but it just seems that I'm disregarding what I've learned before. And it's tough. Every time I'm pushing, I just feel that I'm going to break something in the knee. And that's just due to warming up that wasn't done properly. And I'm losing my balance all the time, so once again, it's been a bad day. However, I would admit that this is already much better than when I started. I wish I am sometimes not as hard on myself, because, like I said, life happens, but I always do want to improve. And I wish I actually stopped doing this exercise and I went over to warm up again, to feel more comfortable in what I'm doing. But all in all, I think on days where you don't feel that you can exercise properly, maybe it is best to focus on things that you always neglect, not a day that will also need you to perform as much as what you would like to do, but performing those small neglected muscles or stretches or mobility drills, you can always do those instead. You can always do them instead, as they will always benefit you in the long run, because sometimes we just focus on the outer part of our body and not so much of the parts that really are important. So yeah, right there with the squat up, it feels so rough on the knee that it is not very enjoyable to do a bunch of reps. If I'm lucky, I can do like 3 proper reps without losing balance, but it wasn't like that today. So yeah, just the last word from my side. If you feel that the day isn't the best for you to do proper exercises, rather go and focus on maybe mobility and stretching certain parts, because those parts are also extremely important for you to do. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one. I'm out. Bye bye.